We're heading to the heart of the Czech Republic to visit a castle so big, so old, and so full of stories, it feels like a real-life fantasy kingdom. This is Prague Castle, the largest ancient castle complex on Earth. Prague Castle isn't just old, it's ancient. Construction began around the year 870 during the rule of Prince Boživoj of the Přemyslid dynasty. That's over 1,150 years ago, older than the Tower of London, older than the Notre Dame Cathedral, even older than the Holy Roman Empire in its classic form over the centuries. Each king, queen, emperor, and president added something new. A church here, a palace there, a hall big enough to host medieval horse tournaments indoors. What we see today is a giant architectural timeline: Romanesque, Gothic, Renaissance, Baroque, and more, all fused together. And the entire complex stretches across 70,000 square meters. That's as big as 10 football fields, making it the Guinness World Record holder for the world's largest ancient castle. Right in the middle of the castle sits one of the most stunning Gothic cathedrals on Earth, St. Vitus Cathedral. Its construction took, wait for it, nearly 600 years to complete. Inside, you'll find the crown jewels of the Czech Republic, stained glass designed by the famous artist Mucha, the tombs of kings, saints, and even Holy Roman emperors, and a tower you can climb if you don't mind 287 steps. This cathedral isn't just a building. It's a Czech history book in stone and glass. For over 1,000 years, Prague Castle has been the seat of power in this region. It has been home to Czech kings, Holy Roman emperors, including Charles IV, Habsburg rulers, and today the President of the Czech Republic. Meaning this castle went from medieval knights to imperial courts to modern politics, all without losing its charm. And yes, the president literally works inside a 1,000-year-old fortress. Not a bad office view. On one side of the castle lies Golden Lane, a tiny, colorful street of medieval houses that look like something straight out of a fairy tale. But don't let the cute looks fool you. Legend says that alchemists once lived here, trying to turn metal into gold for the king. Historians say it was mostly guards and poor families. Either way, the street is full of stories, including the fact that writer Franz Kafka briefly lived here in house number 22. This fortress has lived through fires, wars, invasions, explosions, revolutions, and the rise and fall of empires. One of its wildest moments came in 1618 during the Second Defenestration of Prague, when angry nobles threw royal officials out the window of the castle. Miraculously, they survived. But the event sparked the 30 Years' War, one of the most destructive conflicts in European history. Yes, one angry window toss changed the continent. Today, Prague Castle is one of the most visited landmarks in Europe. The castle receives 2 to 2.5 million visitors per year. In peak seasons, up to 10,000 people visit per day. The changing of the guard at noon is one of the castle's most watched daily events. The castle complex contains courtyards, palaces, gardens, museums, a cathedral, a monastery, a prison, and more, all in one place. It's not just a castle, it's basically an entire historical city on a hill. Let's hit some fun facts. Prague Castle has its own vineyard, St. Wenceslaus Vineyard, one of the oldest in Bohemia. The castle's Vladislav Hall is so huge that knights once held indoor jousting tournaments inside. During World War II, the Nazi flag hung from the castle tower and had to be the biggest Nazi flag ever made, because a normal-sized one looked too tiny on the massive building. Some secret rooms and underground tunnels still haven't been fully explored. The castle's oldest surviving building is the Basilica of St. George, built around the year 920. Prague Castle is the symbolic heart of the Czech Republic, a place where history, legends, art, politics, faith, and architecture all weave together. It has witnessed coronations, invasions, revolts, royal weddings, scientific breakthroughs, and centuries of cultural change. It's a fortress, a palace, a museum, a cathedral, a government seat, and a world wonder, all in one breathtaking complex. And whether you explore its halls, climb its towers, wander its gardens, or just stare at its skyline from the Charles Bridge at sunset, you'll feel like you've stepped into a storybook. This has been Quick Landmarks, where we explore the world's most amazing places, one wonder at a time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because our next landmark is just around the corner.